All right, thank you very much with Stephen A. Jalen and J.J. Redick. I will admit I am stunned by what we saw. We began the night in the arena in Brooklyn. The enthusiasm, the energy in the building was extraordinary, and the Celtics took it to the Nets for the third consecutive game. Stephen A., what's your reaction?
Kevin Durant didn't show up at all, only attempted 11 shots. He was pretty much non-existent for most of the game offensively. Kyrie Irving didn't have it again. For the second game in a row, they looked lethargic. They looked completely outclassed. They looked thoroughly outcoached from top to bottom. When you look at this game right here, it was the absence of anything that you would have expected from a team with two dynamic superstars like the Brooklyn Nets. They are down 0-3, and it's about the brooms at this particular moment in time. They are not coming back from this series. It is over.
JJ, cover your ears because players hate to hear this. The Nets quit. And see, the thing about it, when I see KD joking with Jason Tatum during the game and Jason Tatum is having a historic series and he's dominating him on both ends of the floor, that ain't about him and KD. That's about the other 14 guys. And so when your best player is not taking it as serious as you hope they would in this situation, everybody else just like, go ahead. And you saw layup after layup after layup, and before you know it, it was the end of the game. It didn't even seem like it was only a two-possession game. It seemed like they were down 15 because they quit.
What do you think, JJ?
What do I think they quit?
Or what do you think of the game?
Listen, on the Kevin Durant thing, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I remember 2013 to 2014, them playing Memphis in the playoffs, Tony Allen giving him some trouble.
Yeah. That's about it.
But he had a couple bad games. He didn't have a bad series, and that's where this is a little different. And so much of this is because the Celtics do not have a weak link defensively. They have so many guys they can put on them. Again, we are seeing the emergence of Jason Tatum into superstardom, two-way brilliance, 39.6 steals tonight.
I want to pick up on what Jalen said, though, because a couple of different thoughts. One, we are watching Kevin Durant getting beat to loose balls. We are seeing Kevin Durant walking up and down the floor. If LeBron James played a series that looked anything like this, they'd be talking about it for 20 years. I don't think we are overstating it at all.
We were watching the fourth quarter, and Jaylen Brown had like a series where he basically was responsible for like 13 points in a row. I was like, stop the fight.
Yeah.
They were defeated. And the one thing about the Nets, they never played D. They never were invested. So think about what people are going to take away from the Nets. We're going to give Bruce Brown credit for playing hard. Blake Griffin for playing hard. You're not going to give KD and Kyrie that same credit.
I'm going to go a step further, guys. Y'all ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. And I challenge anybody to disagree with me on this. We're going to look at this Brooklyn Nets team, particularly if they get swept in Game 4. Steve Nash ain't going to be back next year as the head coach of this franchise. And by the way, Kyrie Irving, that new 5-year deal that he was due for over approximately $250 million, I've said it on many occasions, the brother is absolute box office, okay? But I wouldn't give him more than 1-year deal at a time because I got to make sure he's going to show up to work. Right now, don't tell me that it's beyond the pale to think about those kind of things when you see this kind of anemic performance in the first round of a playoff series.
Jalen brought up the Nets defense, and this has been a problem all season. And I've said this time and time again this year when I talk about the Nets, and we witnessed in the fourth quarter with Jaylen Brown. Let me target Kyrie. Let me target Seth Curry. Let me target Blake Griffin. This is the strength of the Celtics in having multiple defenders that can guard on the ball. That is the weakness of the Brooklyn Nets.
I want to ask you a leadership question, though.
Yeah.
You've been on so many great teams. Where was the guy that's like, let's go?
That's right. Wasn't around.
Where was the guy that was
the
like...
only guy I saw was Bruce Brown and a brief 5 or 6 minute stretch from Blake Griffin.
Because being the best player or having a C on your shirt don't necessarily make you the leader. But sometimes everybody need a hype man. Like Muhammad Ali had Bundini Brown. You need, Mark Jackson was talking, you need somebody that's going to pump up the crowd, pump up the team.
Final
they didn't have that.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
JJ, Jalen, y'all do realize what's going to happen, right? I told you about this months ago. JJ, you weren't here. Kevin Durant left Steph Curry in Golden State for this. Now, he's still a two-time champion. He's still a two-time NBA Finals MVP, one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. To your point. But we're going to look at the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry, and we're going to say, that's why you left? For this, and you were the leader, and we see an anemic performance like that, it's going to be a bad offseason for KD. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.